Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we are going to demystify one of the most beautiful and sometimes, let's be honest, intimidating parts of music, vocal harmony. We're going to break down exactly how you can go from just loving those amazing harmony lines in your favorite songs to actually learning how to sing them, all by ear. You know that feeling, right? You're listening to a song, the chorus hits, and you just wish you could jump in and sing along with those incredible harmonies. Well, guess what? It's not some kind of secret magic that only a few people have. It's a skill. And we're about to walk through a clear, step-by-step guide to help you build it.
So, here's our game plan for today. A simple, four-step roadmap. First, we're going to listen deeply. Next, we'll map the song. Then, we'll isolate the harmony. And finally, the best part, you'll sing your part. That's it. Let's dive in.
All right, part one, listen deeply. This is so important because before you can even think about singing a note of harmony, it all begins with your ears. You have to build that foundation of really, truly focused listening.
So what does deep listening actually look like? Well, you start by just listening passively. Don't analyze, don't overthink it, just let the song wash over you. Then, start to identify the main melody. You know the part you naturally hum along to? Next, actually do it. Hum along. This helps you internalize the tune and its little nuances. And here's a pro tip that is a total game changer. Use a tool to slow the song down. You will be absolutely amazed at the subtle movements and notes you can suddenly hear when it's not flying by. Okay, so once you've really absorbed the song's vibe, it's time to put on your detective hat. We're moving into part two, where we map the song. This is where we shift from just passively listening to actively analyzing its structure and all its different pieces.
And here's a powerful exercise that might seem a little old school, but trust me, it works wonders. Before you look up the lyrics online, try to write them down yourself, just from listening. This forces your brain to pay attention to every single word, every breath, every phrasing. It's one of the best ear training exercises out there. Then you can go online and see how you did.
Next up in our mapping process, we need to identify the singers. Most harmony is built around these distinct vocal ranges. For the female voices, listen for the highest one. That's the soprano. Usually sounds bright and clear. The lower, richer female voice is the alto. And for the male voices, that high ringing one is the tenor, while the deep, resonant one at the bottom is the bass. Try to put a label on each harmony singer you can hear. All right, now for part three, isolating the harmony. This is where the real magic starts to happen. And I'll be honest, this is probably the most challenging step in the whole process, but it is by far the most rewarding when it finally clicks.
So at this point, you can hear the melody, and you can hear that there are other voices doing something else, but how does it all fit together? It's not just random notes floating around, there's an actual logic, a system for how these harmonies are built.
And that logic has a name. It's a concept called harmony inversion. Now, don't let the fancy term scare you. All it means is the way the harmony notes are arranged or stacked around the main melody note to create a specific chord. Let's break this down with a super simple example. Think of a C major chord. The three notes are C, E, and G. In the most common arrangement, what we call root position, the melody is singing the home bass note, the C. That's the root. The harmony singers then just fill in the other notes, the E and the G, to complete the chord.
But in what's called a first inversion, things get shuffled. The melody is no longer on the C. Now it's singing the third note of that same chord, the E. So the harmony singers have to rearrange themselves to cover the C and the G. You see? It's the same chord, but because the notes are stacked differently, it has a slightly different emotional color to it.
And I bet you can guess what's next. In a second inversion, the melody lands on the fifth note of the chord, in this case, the G. This creates yet another texture. Understanding this basic pattern, root, first, and second inversion, is the key to unlocking almost any harmony you hear out there.
You've done the listening, the mapping, the analysis, you've done the heavy lifting. And now for the best part. In our final step, part 4, you get to put it all together and actually sing your part.
The key here is just practice. So start by picking one harmony line you want to learn, maybe that alto part you identified earlier. Then play the recording and focus on singing only your part along with it. It's going to be hard at first. The main melody is going to try to pull you off track, but you have to stick with it. Once you can hold your own confidently against the recording, try the final test. Sing it a cappella, with no music at all. That's when you'll know you've really got it.
And believe me, it is so worth the effort, because mastering vocal harmony really does open up a whole new world of musical understanding. You'll stop being just a passive listener and start hearing the incredible, beautiful architecture inside the songs you already love.
So there it is, your roadmap to learning harmony by ear. You have the tools, you have the steps. The only question left is, what song will you try first? Go find it and start listening in a whole new way.